Hey there, Taylor. I wanted to ask you about my wedding dress. Have you given it any more thought? Which one do you think looks the best on me?
Huh? Dress? What do you mean?
Very funny, Taylor. You know what I'm talking about. We just went to try on wedding dresses the other day. Don't tell me you forgot. We're gonna have our meeting with the wedding planner tomorrow, so we need to have a dress picked out by then. I was taking a look at the pictures from that day and wanted to hear what you thought before I made my final choice. So, what do you think?
Oh, we have to make a choice now, huh? I thought we had more time.
No, we don't. Our wedding is next month. I was thinking about going with the more traditional looking one. The others look a bit too gaudy for me. Oh, but then again, you were saying you liked the mermaid one, right? Now that I think about it, I did look pretty cute in that one. What do you think, Taylor? Which dress do you want to see me walking down the aisle in?
I don't know. Whatever one you want is fine. I don't really care. I'm not all that interested in how you look in your wedding dress anyway.
Taylor, why are you being so negative about our wedding?
Look, I know you're super excited about everything. I get it. Women always get excited about their wedding, but could you go to that meeting with the planner tomorrow by yourself?
Taylor, what's gotten into you? I don't understand. First you tell me you aren't interested in my dress, and now you tell me I have to go meet with the planner by myself? Is something wrong, Taylor? Did I say something to hurt you? You've never talked to me like this before.
Good grief, do I have to spell it out for you, Alice? I'm telling you, I don't want to get married to you. So like I said, go to the meeting with the wedding planner tomorrow by yourself. Tell them that the wedding is off, unless you want to have a wedding party for just yourself, in which case go right ahead, but I'm not paying for anything.
The wedding is off? I'm so confused. Why are you doing this, Taylor? If this is a joke, it's not funny. Are you saying that you don't want to have a wedding? Like, you just want to elope or something? We can do that if that's what you really want, but I wish you would have told me that sooner.
It's not just about the wedding. Didn't you see my text? I said I don't want to get married to you.
What are you saying, Taylor?
I thought I was speaking plain English. Let me try again. I do not want to get married to you. Let's break up right now. I thought about it and realized that there's another woman I want to marry more than you.
Another woman? Just what is that supposed to mean? And you want to call off our wedding now? Are you kidding me? The wedding is next month. You know that, right? We've already sent out invitations. We've made reservations, booked hotels, flights.
Yeah, and so what? That doesn't change a thing. There's someone out there who I like more than you, and there's nothing that you can do to change that. I'm breaking up with you so I can marry the woman I truly love. It's over between us, Alice.
I don't believe this. You told me that I looked beautiful while I was trying on those wedding dresses the other day. I saw the way you looked at me. Those were loving eyes. We've been talking forever about how excited we were about the wedding. We worked so hard planning it together. Are you telling me now that all of that was a lie and you never really wanted to marry me? What's going on, Taylor? Make it make sense.
I thought it was obvious that I was just saying that stuff to be polite. Like, really, Alice? How thick can you possibly be?
How can you talk like that to me after everything we've been through?
Oh, shut up. You want me to be really honest? The reason I said you looked good in those dresses was because I was imagining how good Mia would look in them. Don't you know the expression about putting lipstick on a pig? All the dresses and makeup in the world couldn't make you attractive.
Why are you bringing my little sister into this? I mean, sure, I can admit that most guys would say that she's prettier than me. But she has nothing to do with this. Leave her out of it, okay? This is only about you and me.
Oh, you think Mia isn't involved? You really are dense. Who do you think I want to get married to, Alice? It's Mia! Mia's the girl I want!
What? Wait, what? Taylor, you want to marry my little sister Mia?
I want Mia like I've never wanted any other woman in my life. She's the perfect woman! And what's more, she loves me back. I'm the luckiest man in the world. That's why I want to get rid of you as quickly as possible so I can finally be together with her.
Wait, she loves you back? Mia loves you back? No, please, Taylor, don't tell me the two of you have been seeing each other behind my back. Please tell me that this is all just a one-sided attraction, please.
I don't doubt that you'd like me to tell you that, but it's the truth. We've been seeing each other for a long time now. As a matter of fact, would you like to take a guess at who's sitting next to me at this very moment, holding me tightly as I'm writing this?
Oh my God, no.
Looks like you guessed right. Man, to think you had a hottie like Mia for a sister. I can't believe you're even related. I remember the first time you took me to meet your parents, and I saw Mia sitting on the living room couch. She looked so gorgeous in that white spaghetti strap top she had on. I fell in love with her right then and there. And then when I told her how I felt and asked her out, she said yes without a moment's hesitation.
No, this can't be happening. You were seeing my sister while you were engaged to me? I can't handle this.
Hey, in my defense, I didn't think she was your sister at first. I thought she was maybe a cousin or a neighbor or something. You two look way too different to be sisters. I mean, what's up with your family? Seriously, there's no one else as ugly as you are. Your dad's handsome, your mom's pretty, and your little sister is a real hottie. Were you adopted or something? It wouldn't surprise me.
Well, excuse me for not hitting the genetic lottery, Taylor. When you proposed to me, I was so happy. I was happier than I ever thought I could be. My whole life, I'd been comparing myself to my sister, and I never thought there would be any man who would pick me over her. But you did, Taylor. You picked me. And now you've betrayed me.
Yeah, if you're gonna get all emotional, do it later, okay? All that matters right now is we're breaking up and I'm marrying Mia. Got that? Make sure you cancel all our reservations tomorrow.
I hope you're proud of yourself, Mia. Thanks to you, my wedding is now off. You stole my fiancé. How could you do this to me? What is wrong with you? Uh-oh, looks like the cat's out of the bag. And don't get mad at me like that. Taylor's the one who came onto me so strongly. He kept begging me to go out with him, so I don't know, I said yes. You think this is funny, do you? Honestly, kinda, yeah. Oh, and just one more point in my defense, I didn't say yes at first. It's just that he was so persistent, I eventually broke down. He wanted me so bad, so I figured, why not? I'll give him a shot and see if he's any good. So, yeah, we started dating. And you didn't have any moral qualms about that? You know, you didn't think that maybe it was wrong to sleep with your sister's fiancé? Did you ever think of me or my feelings even once? Hey, come on, Alice. It's not like this is totally my fault. It's your fault for not being able to keep your man interested in you. If he was unfaithful, it's obviously because he wasn't getting everything he needed from you. You're a piece of work, Mia. You're telling me it's my fault he cheated on me? Yeah, duh, obviously. I mean, I don't see how a man could be with you and not cheat. Have you looked in the mirror lately? Excuse me? You're ugly. Your legs are short and stumpy, you're pudgy around the waist, and you've got an awful unibrow. How could you expect to keep a man being as ugly as you are? There's not a man in the world who would pick you over me. You're the worst, Mia. Not only do you not have the slightest bit of remorse for what you did to me, you're insulting me on top of that. Well, it's whatever. Go ahead and have, Taylor. I don't need any man who would betray me like that. I wouldn't count on receiving many well wishes at your wedding, though. Mom and Dad are going to be furious when they find out about this. They're not going to give you 1 cent towards your wedding. I wouldn't be so sure about that if I were you. I think they'll be pretty happy, actually, once they hear that they're finally going to have their first grandchild. Grandchild? No. You're pregnant? I am indeed. Mom and Dad will probably be a little surprised at first, but remember, this is my baby we're talking about. Whether it's a boy or a girl, my baby's gonna be the cutest little angel they've ever seen. Other than me, of course. I think they'll come around and accept our relationship once they see their grandchild's adorable face. Just when I think you couldn't be any worse, not only have you stolen my fiancé, you're pregnant with his child. Yep, and guess what? That means you're gonna be an aunt. Be sure to buy us a good gift for our baby shower. You managed to get a pretty good job at a big company despite being ugly as sin, so you'll have no problem buying something high-end. Oh, and be sure to bring your wallet to our wedding, too.
Yo, Alice, you got our wedding invitation, right? We went out of our way to invite you, so you'd better come, got it?
I'm afraid I won't be in attendance, Taylor.
Huh? Why not?
Why do you think, you moron? You've got some nerve sending me a wedding invitation after cheating on me like you did.
Oh, grow up, would you? Seriously, you're acting like a spoiled little brat. She's your family, Alice. This is your little sister's wedding. You're not gonna go to your only sister's wedding? What kind of cold-hearted, bitter, jealous person refuses to go to their own sister's wedding? I expected better from you, Alice. I'm really, really disappointed.
My sister? Who are you talking about? I don't have any sister. Were you maybe referring to that awful, vile, home-wrecking slut who stole my fiancé from me and even got knocked up by him for good measure? If that's the person you're referring to, then you're sadly mistaken. She's not my sister. Not anymore.
Oh, someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. Or maybe it's just that time of the month. Oh, be careful, Alice. You're already ugly enough when you're not angry. Imagine how ugly you look right now.
Excuse me?
Look, I get it. You're jealous of your sister because she's prettier than you. But no matter what you do or say, I'm not gonna get back together with you, so give up on me, okay? You can hate your sister all you want, but it's not gonna help you. Mia is the only girl in the world for me right now, and there's no woman, least of all you, who could take me away from her.
Get over yourself, you narcissistic lecher. I don't have any feelings left for you.
Sure you don't, sure. Whatever you say. Hey, tell you what, if it'll make you feel better, how about you and me getting together every once in a while for a little afternoon delight while Mia's pregnant?
What?
With Mia being pregnant and all, we just can't have as much fun as we usually do, get it? She needs a break and I need an outlet, so what's the issue? It's not like you've got any other guys on the hook.
You really are the worst man I've ever met. I'm at a loss for words.
Hey, at least I'm not as bad as someone who's gonna skip her own sister's wedding. I don't want to hear any moralistic nonsense from someone who's having a hissy fit over something as trivial as breaking up with her boyfriend. You're her sister. You have a responsibility to be there for Mia on the happiest day of her life.
I thought I made it clear that I don't have a sister.
Huh?
Mia's been excommunicated by the family. She's not my sister, she's not my family, she isn't anything to me anymore. Were you not paying attention when I told you that earlier? There is absolutely nothing connecting the two of us anymore, so I'm not under any obligation to go to her wedding.
Wait, what did you mean just now? You said she was excommunicated by the family? What? I haven't heard anything about that.
Yeah, I don't imagine that would be a very pleasant topic for Mia to breach with you. She was so confident that Mom and Dad would be thrilled to hear about the good news, but they were actually enraged to a point I've never seen from them before. I totally understand why she would keep that a secret from her fiancé.
No way. You mean your parents don't support our marriage? But I don't get it. They're gonna have a grandchild. They should be thrilled. Isn't that every parent's dream, to meet their grandchildren?
Yeah, Mia seemed real confident and pleased with herself when she dropped that bomb on my parents. But her expression sank real fast when she saw how red-faced and angry they were. You should have heard my dad. He told her, "We are never going to give our blessing to your relationship. You stole your sister's fiancé and got pregnant with his child. You're no longer welcome in this house or in our lives. Get out now."
Oh, come on, really? They got that mad about us being together? Seriously, what is wrong with your parents? They've got to be out of their minds.
Would you mind elaborating on that?
What more needs to be said? They should be more aware than anyone else that they have one daughter who's gorgeous and one who's horrendously ugly. Did they really think any sane man would pick you over Mia? Not to mention they're just going to abandon their own grandchild. It makes zero sense for them to take your side. If they knew what was best for them, they'd kick your ugly face out of the house, not Mia.
Could you be a bit more creative with your insults? Hearing ugly, ugly, ugly every sentence is getting old. Besides, ugly or not, I'm still their child. Their real child. In what universe would someone prioritize an adopted child over their own biological child?
Huh? Adopted? Wait.
My parents raised Mia and loved her like she was their own. But their adopted daughter did the lowest, cruelest, and most hurtful thing possible to their real daughter. I don't see any other way this could have ended but with her getting shown the door. She didn't just betray me, she betrayed the parents who took her in out of love and compassion.
Hold on, back up. You're dropping a really big bomb on me right now, and it's pretty hard to take in. So, Mia was adopted?
You said it yourself, Taylor. Looking at us, you'd never guess that we were sisters, and, well, there's a very good reason for that. We're not sisters, not biologically anyway. Mia isn't my parents' daughter. She was adopted.
Oh, okay, now I get it. I mean, what? She was adopted? I had no idea. She never told me.
Although she is technically related to us, but only barely. The truth is, Mia was the love child of one of my dad's relatives. That relative died in a sudden accident, and we only ever learned about Mia's existence after that. It sent the family into total chaos. Not only did they have to deal with the death of a relative, they had to deal with the aftermath of his infidelity. They had a long series of discussions about whether one of them would take her in or would they just put her in an orphanage. My dad's conscience wouldn't let them just throw her away like that, so he said that he would adopt her and raise her as his own.
No way! But Mia looks exactly like your parents. There's no way she was adopted. Both of your parents are attractive people. Your family clearly has good genes. The only one who looks out of place is you. You must be the one that's adopted.
Don't take my word for it. My relatives all say that I look just like my mom when she was younger. I'd say I look like my dad, too, if you ask me.
BS, you're lying!
Back when they were kids, both my mom and my dad were actually kind of short and chubby. They hit their growth spurts during puberty, and then everything kind of evened out.
Really? I find that kind of hard to believe.
Ever since they first took her in, my parents loved Mia just as much as they loved me. They didn't play favorites or anything. I never thought of Mia as anything but my beloved younger sister. But now Mia betrayed me in the most viciously evil way I could think of. And not just me, in doing so she also betrayed my parents in a big way. I'll never forget the tears in my mom's eyes when she looked at Mia and told her, "I will never call you my daughter ever again as long as I live." It was one of the most heartbreaking things I'd ever seen.
This can't be happening. I was so sure that your parents would support us being together. I thought they'd be ecstatic to learn that Mia was pregnant with their grandchild. I never thought things would turn out this way.
Speaking of that grandchild, my parents also were very clear that they never want to meet the baby or have any part in the baby's life. So, looks like you're gonna have to step up, Daddy. You had better work hard to get a promotion at work. Because you're the only person in the world who Mia and the baby can count on to support them.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and I know you already sent all your invitations out, so I hate to tell you this after the fact, but don't count on anyone in the family coming. And no, I'm not just talking about my parents. I mean my aunts, uncles, cousins, etc. Hope you can fill all the seats with your side of the family, or else it's gonna be a pretty empty venue. This isn't fair. Why am I the one getting kicked out of the family? I'm prettier than you. I'm younger than you. I have everything they could want in a daughter. They should be kissing the ground I walk on for giving them a grandchild. You really still don't get it? They did love you. They were proud of you. You were every bit their daughter as I was. And then you went and betrayed us all. How do you think that made them feel? Shut up, Alice. If they really loved me, then they should see me as completely equal to you. But if they're kicking me out, not you, then what does that mean? It means they still see me as just a girl they adopted who they can throw away whenever they feel like it. Why would they stick up for you when they have a daughter like me? I don't get it. It's not fair. Mia, you're pregnant, aren't you? You have a baby, a precious human life inside of you this very moment. I think it should be pretty easy for you to understand how my parents feel considering that. What do you mean? Mothers go through morning sickness, they gain weight, they practically offer up their bodies as human sacrifices to help their babies grow bigger and stronger. And finally, they go through indescribable pain to bring them into the world. Even if I'm not a knockout beauty like you, even if I haven't given them a grandchild like you, there's nothing in this world that could bring my parents to toss the child they gave life to into the garbage and replace me with someone else. Let me put it to you this way. If your baby is ugly, will you put them up for adoption? Well, of course not. I could never do such a thing. And there it is. Do you get it now? Seriously, how did you ever think you'd get my parents to take your side against me? Seriously, Mia, you're such an idiot. But it's still not fair. I'm the beautiful one. You could ask anyone in the entire world which of us is prettier, and they'd say it was me every single time. Our neighbors always told me how beautiful I was ever since I started living with you guys. Mom and Dad have every reason to take my side against you. I was sure that this was my chance to have them all to myself, to be their one and only true daughter. Wait, what? I was always superior to you in every single way, except for one. You were their real daughter and I wasn't. That's why I stole Taylor from you, to show them how superior I was. What kind of pathetic loser gets their fiancé stolen by their younger sister? They should be embarrassed to call you their daughter. I thought that once I showed them what you really were, they'd abandon you. Then I could be their one and only daughter, their real daughter, the one they really love. Mia, is that really what this was all about? You were just trying to be my parents' favorite? You did all of this in hopes of getting me cut off from the family so you could have them all to yourself? That's exactly why I did it. I had to do it. I had no other choice. If I could just get married before you did, and give them a grandchild before you did, then I was sure to become their favorite daughter. Then they'd choose me, their adopted daughter, over you, their real daughter. And you wouldn't be their real daughter anymore. I would be their real daughter. Oh no, you poor thing. You didn't need to do any of that. Mom and Dad always thought of you as their real daughter. It didn't matter that I was their biological daughter and you weren't. They loved us both just the same. I wasn't their number one. Both of us were. You can't have two number ones. There can only be one number one, and it had to be me. Mia. That's why I worked so hard from the time I was a little girl to make everything about myself as perfect as possible. I had to be prettier, smarter, stronger, better in every way I possibly could be in order to prove myself to them. But you didn't deserve anything from them. The only reason they ever had to love you was the fact that you were their biological daughter. You weren't pretty. You weren't any of the things I was. This is just sad, Mia. I wanted to get you out of the house and out of my way as quickly as possible. All I wanted was to have their love all for myself. That's all I wanted. Was that so much to ask? But now look at what's happened. I don't get it. Why? Why, Alice? Why? This all happened as a direct result of your actions, Mia. I understand it must have been difficult for you growing up as an adopted child alongside me, but Mom and Dad would never have wanted you to do something like this. All they wanted was for us to stay together as a family forever. I wish there was some way I could make you understand. Shut up! I don't need your lectures. You don't know anything about Mom and Dad. I do. I had to know everything about them. I had to make them love me. I earned their love.
And you had it.
I never saw you as my sister. All you were was fat, ugly, stupid, dead weight. You don't deserve to be my sister. You let me steal your fiancé away from you. I won, you lost. It doesn't matter if Mom and Dad chose you over me. I still beat you, and nothing you do can ever change that.
You're right, Mia. You're completely right. I was betrayed by the person who I had loved for as long as I can remember as my little sister. You beat me. I'm a loser. But there are plenty of other men out there. The next time I give my heart to a man, he's not going to be a lying, cheating jerk. Parents, however, are in much shorter supply. And the only parents you've ever known just abandoned you. If I'm a loser, what does that make you?
Don't compare me to you. I am nothing like you.
Someday I'm sure you'll come to understand what a massive mistake you've made. You threw away something that you can never, ever get back, and when that reality sets in, well, you're going to be in for a hard time. It's far too late for you to regret what you've done and make amends. Mom and Dad have already blocked your number. They never want to speak to you again.
No, they can't do that. I'm their daughter. It's never too late. I'll go and apologize to them once they've cooled their heads. It'll all be okay. It has to be okay.
Sorry, Mia, but some things can't be undone and some words can't be unsaid. I hope you and Taylor can find some semblance of happiness together. And remember, now Taylor and that baby are the only family you have in the world. I hope you treat your new family better than you treated your last one. Mia and Taylor had their wedding as scheduled, but just as I predicted, not one person Mia invited came. None of her friends and none of her now former family. And what's worse, not even Taylor's family and friends came to celebrate with them. Taylor knew this would happen when every single person RSVP'd saying they weren't going to come. He tried to salvage it somehow by going directly to people and begging them to come, but it was no use. It seems none of them were interested in celebrating the wedding between a cheating man and a backstabbing sister. They ended up getting no presents from anyone and still having to foot the bill for the venue, dress, tuxedo, and reception all by themselves. The baby was born healthy and strong sometime after that, but just like with their wedding, they didn't get any gifts or even congratulations from any of their friends or family. So Taylor's now working double shifts at his job to work off the costs of their wedding and raising their baby, and Mia's left all day trying to figure out how to take care of a baby with no advice from her mother or other older relatives. She's now just a shadow of her old self, and all the beauty that she had once staked her pride on is a thing of the past. I only wish she could have learned her lesson before it was too late.